This is the sizzle, ladies and gentlemen. Give it to me early.
So, love is in the air during the coronavirus pandemic. Jeannie Mai announced via Instagram that her and Jeezy have gotten engaged. Yay, Jeannie! Yes, I love them too as a couple. Let me just say that. Tony Braxton and Birdman, they will finally be taking the stroll down the aisle this year, as they claim. Because when I heard that, I'm like, oh, they're back together. I thought they had broken up or whatever. And then Tiffany Haddish, she was doing a FaceTime interview with Cedric the Entertainer, where she mentioned that she was quarantined with a friend who had a vegan chef that was cooking for them, and then she turned the camera around, and guess who was right there? Yes, they've been rumored to be dating, so it looks like they're kind of like low key coming out. And then she was like, she said, "We're on quarantine, and I can't get my depot shot, so let's see what happens."
Wow.
Yeah, but it's good to know that love is still in the air during this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say? Because you know you, Charles.
No,
See you.
I'm just listening.
I can't get my love and relationships in, so I got to sneak it in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So just when you thought Azelia Banks was maintaining, and according to the Jasmine brand, Azealia took to Instagram to so-called check Busta Rhymes. So back in 2014, Azealia and Busta Rhymes had collaborated to remix Beyonce's hit song Partition. And in 2018, Azealia Banks teased about her collab with Busta, but it never happened because they were supposed to do something else. Well, apparently, Azealia must have been brewing for the past 2 years because she took to Instagram to send some threats out on her Instagram story. So she posted, "When this quarantine is over, I'ma F a lot of y'all ninja summers up. Everybody get violated. I got a long list of ninjas who about to get a surprise. Y'all never seen how evil this S gets. I'm not talking about music. I'm coming to see you, you ninjas." I'm coming to see you ninjas. Each and every last one of you. Busta Rhymes, you first, ninja. Clear the record before I expose you. Don't act stupid. Call at Ellis and at Shay Pope and get it done the next 5 days. I'm not effing around with you. She told him, now you have 4 days. She also threw some other shots at him, calling him fat steroid neck son of a bitch. Then
you know what this means. She drop it. I think we all know what she gonna drop.
What? She got something.
Yeah. What do you think it may be?
Well, I know she was supposed to be working on that song with him, but I think something happened with them two and it didn't come out. So I don't know. I don't know. She has a couple. She's had so many beef with people that it's just like, I don't know. She probably does have something she get ready to come out with. What you thinking, Spark? Hello?
Spark, did we lose Spark?
We lost her. So yeah, I mean, Azealia has so many beefs with people that that I don't know, it's just hard to tell with her. But you know, she closed out her little rant with against Busta Rhymes by saying that wasn't fair, but you still ugly. Ha. I don't know. She's gotten into it with Cardi B, with Iggy Azalea. It's just the list goes on and on. She's just gotten into
it. I don't understand. I don't even. she's something else. She's just special. That's all I can say.
She really is, and it's I don't know. I just feel like at some point she's going to get herself blackballed, which she probably is just about there, and people are just not going to want to deal with her.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember her having an issue with, I want to say, Colin Farrell. She had a said that Colin Farrell spit on her or something like that, and
I
yeah,
don't.
Hmm.
in the RZA, I don't know. She was blaming the RZA for not, I guess, standing up with her for her. It was something weird like that, and it was just like, and the RZA was like, "Yo, what are you talking about? Yo, you started this whole thing. Like, come on."
Hmm.
She
Mm,
she's something special, man. That's all I can say.
yeah, she's had beef with a lot of people, like like I was saying, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Iggy Azalea, Ti, Erica Badu. What's the young girl that had the beef with the Cash Me Outside chick?
Oh, I forgot
Can't
that
think of
girl
her name
name.
right now.
Bad Barbie or something. Bad Barbie.
Bad Barbie is
Yeah.
Hmm.
Bad Baby. That's the girl that she had the beef with. But what's the little
Oh, the little Disney girl.
Oh yeah,
Jackson.
yeah.
Jackson is her last name.
Shy or Shay Jackson?
Yeah.
Shay? I
Shay
can't.
Jackson.
Yeah. But she had a beef with her too, I believe. It's just
To
uh,
stay relevant.
Jeannie Mai, Rihanna, just the list for Lil Kim,
Hmm.
list goes on and on. Rita Ora,
Ti
wow,
and what's her name? The other one. That has a name similar to hers.
yeah, Beyonce. Remember she was coming at Beyonce?
Yeah.
Pharrell, ASAP Rocky, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem.
What's her name? What's the white girl name? Not Azelia Banks. She got a name like that.
Iggy.
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy Azalea.
Azalea.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Iggy
Hmm.
Azalea. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. She had something with her too, but it's just like, come on,
She's
just
doing the most.
yeah, exactly. Go through and hasn't gotten anywhere.
Hmm.
Anyway, the Celebrity Sizzle Award of the Week.
Hold on.
Uh,
All
she,
right.
she's been really busy giving back over the past few months.
Who?
Rihanna,
Rihanna. Okay.
yes, recently Riri, she's teamed up with Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey to aid in safety and protection in a different arena due,
Hmm.
due to mandated stay-at-home orders that have majority of the United States on lockdown. So TMZ reports that Rihanna's Clara Lionel Foundation, she's been doing a lot of giving back through that. The Clara Lionel Foundation and Jack Dorsey, which is the Twitter CEO and co-founder, they announced that they are sending a $4.2 million grant to the Mayor's Fund for Los Angeles
Woo-woo.
to help domestic violence victims. Um,
Gotta love Riri.
yes,
Girl.
and this
That's
donation
my
comes
girl.
on the heels of reports of at least 90 people who were turned away from domestic violence shelters in LA last week. So what they have in California is, our stay at home order. They have the safer at home order, which is the same thing. But in California, it has everybody staying at home. Wait, what happened?
He's
What?
look what he did.
Is that a brush?
Yeah, that he was she reading her
Go ahead.
thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I ain't
stop.
mean to mess you up. Go
I
ahead.
was on a different screen, so I just could
Oh,
hear
okay. Go ahead.
voices.
Hmm.
But yeah, they have the safer at home order in California, and it has people, of course, staying at home in quarantine. And as you know, domestic violence is on the rise in the country. So the grant that they have announced they will be giving it will cover housing, meals, and counseling for 90 victims for 10 weeks and then another set of 90 victims for 10 weeks after that. So I think that's awesome because you get the housing, you get the meals, and the counseling, which is important.
Wow.
And I'm not sure if for Rihanna fans, she sent out a threat to her fans during the Instagram live, and she's like, if one of y'all mofos ask me about the album one more time,
Mm.
trying to save the world, unlike y'all president, buck, shots fired. She looked and she was on site. She said, one of y'all mofos asked about this album one more time. I'm trying to save the world, unlike y'all president on site. So y'all better leave Rihanna alone about that album. She trying to save the world, but she is working hard though. But I just want to say, leave you guys with this. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, please call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233. Also, something else that a lot of people don't really think about, but it is prevalent. Child abuse is a concern during this time. So if you see something, say something. Make sure you call the child abuse hotline at 1-800, the number 4, the letter A, child, CHILD. So that's 1-800-4A-CHILD or 1-800-422-4453. And I'm your girl, Lauren Sizzle, and that was the Sizzle.
And that was the Sizzle, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Charles Gregg with the beautiful,
Lauren Sizzle.
beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
Yeah, man, and that was the Sizzle. Okay, it looks like we right on time. We got about 15 minutes. Talk a little bit more about some things. I'm sure you got some love and relationships or something like that.
Love and relationships.
Not
I,
really.
I did have a question I wanted to talk about, and we actually posted it on our We Talk Weekly Instagram page about a gentleman being pulled off of a SEPTA bus because he did not have a mask. What are y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, you know what? That was pretty rough. Let me see if I could find that video and play it right now. That was
Yeah, we were actually talking about that. We were talking about that earlier.
Switch it off of me, Charles.
Go ahead.
So we were actually talking about that in our journalism fellowship class, where they were talking about the things that are going on here in Philly. I actually had mentioned that with the guy being pulled off the SEPTA bus, and the surge of social media videos and pictures showing people out playing basketball and just doing recreational activities and not practicing the social distancing. I'm kind of like, I'm bothered by that because it's like the ones that are out, and I know I saw something too where it's like the numbers of the numbers of coronavirus outbreaks in certain areas, and of course, like it's bigger in like areas
that the population is bigger.
Yeah, and also um, some areas where probably the poverty line is kind of low. So I mean, I guess if you're in an area where you feel like there's no hope and like the stuff you see outside is just like, you don't care about life. You're not going to care about going out and coronavirus and protecting yourself, but you do have to think about those that you come in contact with because you're going out and then you're interacting with people. You don't have on mask or gloves, and you're coming back in. Some of these people live with their grandparents. They will be the ones that will get the disease. And they're saying that like the CDC just released reports, and it shows the disparity of the coronavirus deaths when it comes to African Americans. So, we're the ones that have not, I want to say all, but we have diabetes, high blood pressure, asthma, all those things that like if we get the coronavirus, we're going to have an extremely hard time fighting it off because we have health problems. And like for the ones that are out, like I even saw like this grandmother, I think she was getting on the bus with her grandson, and she had on a mask and gloves. She had a mask on the little boy, but no gloves. Like, he's gonna have to touch something on that bus. So we just have to do better.
Mm-hmm.
Got to do better.
And then speaking of the man on SEPTA, I just feel like it the way that the whole that altercation went, I think both sides could have done better. But I also feel as though if the police are asking you to remove yourself off of public transportation because you don't have a mask, they should only do that if they've already offered you one. Because if you live in a place, one, masks are hard to find. Two, people it's like they're one hard to find, and then they're becoming expensive because people are price gouging. So these officers, some of them didn't even have on gloves, and I seen one with no mask on. One, approach it to say, sir, here's a mask, will you please put it on? If he then refuses, it can be escalated. But you're taking this man off not knowing if he has a child in distress that he needs to get to. You don't know the reason he's on public transportation, and then you're literally pulling him off. So I think that they do need some type of some type of training with the people, because I think now they're saying that he can sue because they just reversed the policy. Now you no longer, it's mandatory to have on a mask, but they highly suggest it, or require, or not require, but highly suggest that you wear a mask when you get on public transportation.
Yeah, and I think for the ones that, like you said, there are people that can't afford to buy them, or
you can't find them.
What I guess some people can do is go on YouTube and look up the videos that are showing you how to make a mask. You can take a scarf or something like that. I've been seeing people have been like really creative with that, like making some nice masks and colorful out of fabric and stuff in the house. So for those of you, it just I guess just get in your mind, like, you protect me, I protect you.
But I think as a public servant, I think that those officers, there should have been someone that could have said, here, sir, here's a mask. And then I think that it would have, de-escalated that situation.
Yeah, they definitely could have did better with that. They definitely could have did better.
Absolutely. It should be no reason why you putting, again, that's a sign of systemic racism.
Right.
If you are presuming that everybody has access, that's a problem. When you're talking about people in different communities that have stockpiles of this stuff, or they have friends, or they're able to purchase just like that and have a number of them, more specifically, the people who are getting on this bus looks a certain way, which tells you what neighborhood they were in policing, whether you had masks on or not. Now, I see this on both sides, right? Because I definitely see the need to police, so to speak, people if they don't have them on, if I had access to it.
Now, keep in mind, Charles, that 3 bus drivers died because
right, I'm gonna get there. So I do believe that you need the police if I have access to it, right? However, I do understand the other side, that you have these bus drivers who go through this every day, people getting on every day, being very diminutive and very derogatory to them. And it was an instance where it was a person getting on the bus coughing on somebody, talking about, I ain't leaving. And so as a result, one of those bus drivers passed away. Now,
3 days later.
3 days later. So yes, I do believe there need to be something put in place for that. That, what is it, plexiglass or whatever you need to put around that to protect these bus drivers, because you need to protect these people. But again, that's a citizen, so you need to protect everybody, so things like this won't happen. But in terms of pulling that man off the bus like that, it could have easily been resolved by, look, you don't have a mask. You know what, Joshua, go to 1015, go in a car, make sure you pull out another mask and bring it on a bus and make sure that he gets one. Simple as that.
Or, sir, we'll go ahead and we'll transport you ourselves. You can get into our vehicle. We have, you'll sit in the back because that plexiglass is there. So
Mm-hmm.
the police officer is now protected, and we'll take you to where you need to go. But
Right.
there was nothing. And that's the things that I'm talking about, that there are other ways that you can resolve situations, but people are being very reactive. Very
Mm-hmm.
reactive. And also, like what we were talking about earlier with the good news and the bad news, the media is portraying a lot of what is going out. Like even when the president was saying about how, oh, it's really bad that a lot of black people, the numbers are escalated, that it's really, really bad how many black
Mm-hmm.
people in the African American community is having the virus.
Yeah, yeah,
They
Right
yeah.
there.
yeah, they probably told him to say that because of what he said with that Chinese coronavirus. They
But
probably
But whatever it was said,
about
it's now people in China, they're taking people out of their homes, you guys. They're like, I think, a lot of media outlets brought it about the corona, but we did back in January. And this is going to be something else, that here it is, that now they're going to have it where the coronavirus had the Asian look and now it has the black look. Every
Yeah.
person that's black
The
now,
face of
don't touch
Corona.
them.
Yeah.
You can't eat here. Like, is this going to be um, a fountain that I can't drink out of now, or a bathroom I can't use? The
That.
majority of Americans today created all of the things we use. The inventors, and they're making it sound like we're poor and we're uneducated, because we're the mass majority of the people dying from this. And I just think that the media is truly giving out that false narrative.
I
yeah.
have a huge issue and a huge problem to what China is doing to black and brown people over there right now as it relates to this. I'm not going to get into that conversation right now. That's a whole nother conversation. But they are treating people who look like us
Yeah.
like dirt over there,
So
kicking them out of apartments, out of homes, taking
mhm.
their money. They got to
Yep.
live on the street, not letting them leave.
Yep.
Listen, man, I have a real problem with that. And for people who feel like they want to come to the rescue of those people who are doing that, I have a true problem with.
Mhm.
And do you also think two things? One, the Surgeon General is now, when he gets on and speaks at a conference, he's saying, oh, to the abuelas, to the granddaddies, to the big mamas, he's telling us not to do drugs, not to smoke cigarettes. Like, he's speaking to us as if we are the ones who are um, uneducated, and just the things that we are at our disadvantage because of our white counterpartners. They want to keep us at the bottom because of how magical and how smart we are. We are only at the back because no one is allowing us to have those opportunities. We are the ones who have those CNA jobs, those servant jobs, those fast food jobs. It's not that we can't do better, but we're being pushed back all the time.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Trying to keep us oppressed.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it is what it is, and oh goodness, I hate talk. We only got a couple minutes left. We can continue this conversation at another time because unfortunately we gotta go, and I think that's one of the things we need to talk about. How are our brethren doing over there in China, and what can we do to shed light on the injustice that's happening right now? Because don't forget, just few weeks prior, China and the China residents was, sending out the call for help. Everybody, please, stop the xenophobic behaviors of the people. And even Jeannie Mai got on live talking about, what's going on to, you know, uh, uh, people in the communities treating, Chinese people very rude, and they have, and you shouldn't do that to anyone. You shouldn't be xenophobic. Unfortunately, those same people who had that narrative
Yeah.
maybe 3 weeks ago, guess what? They're showing their true colors and they're treating us like that now. How
Mhm.
about that? How about that, when you was asking for our help, asking for us to understand what you guys were going through, now you treating us like that. And I have a problem with that. And I get very passionate about protecting our people because we're the ones that's under resourced, very under resourced, the one that's underprivileged, the ones that always get the cloud stuck over us as it relates to the goons per se, the the beasts, the people who are the intimidated. That's very intimidating, and I have a problem with that. I really do.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't mean to get on my, I get on my soapbox sometimes, but I'm seeing these stories, and it just it broke my heart to see, this gentleman in China. I believe he was a student, but it was about 12 of them in the street
Yep.
pleading, saying, "Please, like, what did we do to you? You come over here, you come over in Africa. We don't treat you like that.
Yep.
We over here. You're treating us wrong. Why are you treating like this? What are we supposed to do? We have no money. We have no place to stay. You
Yep.
put us on the street. We don't treat you like that. Why are you treating us like this?"
Mhm.
That broke my heart, man. So I have no remorse for anybody who uh gets handled for treating people unjustly. I'm gonna just leave it at that. So unfortunately, we gotta go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even have Lauren didn't send me the rundown, and so I don't have.
I want to hear Lauren give the rundown.
Go ahead, Lauren, get the rundown. Go ahead, read the rundown, Lauren. You do the outro today.
Wait. All right, so thank everybody for tuning in. I'm trying to pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank everybody for tuning in.
Yeah,
That's her rundown. Stop.
that's it.
No, I'm talking about you.
No, we're waiting for you. Say, go
You
ahead, do
giving
the
the
rundown.
rundown.
Yeah, I was trying to look for it though. I didn't have it right then. All right. We Talk Weekly's podcast is on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Castbox, Spreaker, Podcast Addict, Deezer, Podchaser, and now on TuneIn Radio Podcast. Make sure you follow our podcast and binge listen to our shows. Download the TuneIn app. Look for WPPM 106.5 FM and tune in every Saturday to what?
We
We
Talk
talk weekly.
Weekly.
You
That's
already know.
right. Tune in every Saturday at 8 p.m. to We Talk Weekly. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at We Talk Weekly, at Lauren _ Sizzle, at Sparkle Price is why I'm messing up just like he do. At Charles Gregory. Subscribe to our We Talk Weekly YouTube channel. If you're in Philly, catch us every Monday night at 9:30 p.m. on Comcast 66, 966, or Verizon 29 and 30. We are verified on Daily Motion. So go to dailymotion.com / We Talk Weekly and follow us on Daily Motion. We Talk Weekly is on Higher Than 7 TV. So go to higherthan7.com. higherthan7.com. Subscribe and look for who?
We Talk
We
Weekly.
Weekly. We Talk Weekly is now on Business Bully TV. So go to Amazon Fire TV or Roku and look for the Business Bully TV app. Then look for who?
We Talk Weekly.
Check this out. We Talk Weekly is in Atlanta, Baltimore, Birmingham, Chicago, Delaware, Houston, Jacksonville, Los Angeles, Miami, New York, New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and all across the nation. And who do you look for?
We Talk Weekly.
I'm your girl, Lauren Sizzle. And we out.
That's what's up, Sizzle.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Charles Gregory, the beautiful.
Lauren
And
Sizzle.
the beautiful.
Classy Lady Sparkle.
And unfortunately, that's our show. But y'all keep continuing to sign in, subscribe, and check in with your boy and your girls. And anything you got, anything you want us to say, anything you want to talk about, anything you want us to cover, just holler at us, man. Because we're gonna be there. This is what we do, and we do it for TV. We do it all day, every day, early. Your boy, we in the building, but we out here like last year. Deuces.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.